Shalom, y'all. Shalom. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. Let's see. It's Michael Israel. I am back in Jacksonville. We got back earlier today, and I had to work. I'm on night shift, so. But I got a quick video. Want to address a couple things, man. But hold on. Let me make sure everything's up. Pretty sure, yeah, it looks like it's up and it's good. But it's your boy Michael Israel. And as you could tell by the title of the video, I want to clarify a couple things um, and just make things clear. Like I like to make them, man, make it crystal clear. Um, You know what I'm saying? I watched Pastor Dow, the videos he did today, on point, airtight. Um, our people, and one of the things I'm trying to get people to understand is hurt feelings are not a sin. You know what I'm saying? Um, and the way I feel, the fire that's on me, because that whole meeting and the interactions I had with Straightway and the people up there, the Pull Up Boys, and a lot of them other brews up there, man. It it's like this what has happened with me. I pray for something, and the things get answered so fast. I forgot that I even prayed for it. It just occurs to me later. Um, but the the time is fast approaching, and what this thing looks like, it's like a person standing on the tracks, and the train's getting closer, and you got a group of people telling the person, oh, that's just a beautiful light, don't worry about it. And then you got people who know the truth, and they're saying, get off the track, get off the track, you will die, you will get killed. And the train's coming closer and closer, and we start yelling harder and harder and more aggressive, and just really trying to tell you it's coming, it's coming. You know what? Get off the tracks, it's a train, it's gonna smack you. And other people like, be nice, brother, speak peace, don't speak anger. And that's literally the best metaphor I could give to what's going on. And not because I was standing on the tracks. I know. And not only was I standing on the tracks, I got off the tracks, walked all the way down the tracks, and looked at the train. Watched it hit other people. Okay. Um, and what it all comes down to, man, real talk, is people find the King David spirit strange. Like a spirit, like when you get around people who have been around death. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the right way, like those type of men are real men. Like there's a difference. It's like, and most people, like when they come around somebody with the King David spirit, and they've been around people with the Ahab spirit their whole life, and then a person with the King David spirit or a warrior spirit comes around, it's like it shakes them up. It's different. And like later on in life, I developed the warrior spirit in myself by my own bootstraps. And I had to find the boots, put them on, and then pull myself up by them to develop it. And I'm still developing it. But for me, like even here where I work at here, we got a lot of Marines who work around here, been around death, killed, all that stuff. And it's like there's a difference. It's like it's very easy to be around them. You know what I'm saying? They're very easy to deal with. They mean what they say, and they say what they mean. and they don't twist their words up, and their words are more valuable than money. Because if he said it to you, you could take it to the bank. And a lot, to me, I've been around people, like when I used to play basketball, be around pro athletes, be around football players and stuff like that. They have that same warrior spirit. And I kind of grew up around that type of spirit. You deal with dudes from the streets who've been around a lot of death and war. They have that spirit. Shout out to my that soldier from Chicago, but right now he's out in Arizona cooling out till he got returned to the battlefield. My man Mikhail Gabar, warrior spirit. And a lot of people are like thrown off by that, but that's the future of this thing. All that I'm saying that because like the grumblings I'm hearing a lot of grumblings like I'll say it again, like Pastor Dow came through and shook everything up because like most of the people in our circle, they're around me, and I would like to say, hey, I'm a man, I'm real. I know them dudes is real. Them dudes have seen more death. They've a good thing for a man to do is to butcher an animal, to see an animal, to kill an animal, and to see it, watch it die, and watch the life come up out of it. That is that. In some cultures, that was a rite of passage into being a man, is watching death, seeing it. You know what I'm saying? It's a real thing, man. Being face to face with it. You know, but that's like, and with me, I try to, like everything Pastor Dow said, like deeply resonated with my core. You know what I'm saying? With me as a man, because like this is what I study, it's what I do for a living, whatever. But a lot of people have shook him up because he came so direct down the middle, and it messed with their emotions. But hurt feelings are not a sin, and sometimes you need that because I'm telling you, dude, it's coming. It's time to man up. Just like Beloved Daweed, that song, you better man up. I mean, it's coming. And it's time for the women to woman down. And not in a derogatory, macho boy, I want to dominate you way. We just need the women to support the troops. The women need to encourage the men and not discourage the men. The women need to encourage the men to be men. And when I say men, not macho boys, but to lead. And like for all these grumblings, it just amazes me because with me, man, that was a shining model of the way we need to be as men. And like Koya, it like renewed her. She on another level now. She looked up to me in a whole different way now, because her seeing him and how he operated and all that, and hearing the stuff I say. Koya has watched the stuff I've done in the past year and everything, and she's really gotten behind me. And when I say behind me, not under me, she's gotten behind me and helped me lead and be the example and push me forward in the way a woman needs to do. And trust me, up in my house, I run my house. I have my daughters. They say yes, sir, no, sir, and all that. But if y'all have ever met Madison and Samantha, they the most fun-loving, happiest girls you've ever seen out there. But let it be known, you know what I'm saying? The dowry will be high on them two girls. But but my point is, I don't talk to them like some gayfer. I don't tiptoe through the tulips with them. I talk the same way I talk to men and other people. I talk to them the same way. So that when some gay, homosexual, soft-spoken, smiling, grinning, cooning child molester comes along, they will spot him immediately. When that player come along smiling and talking smooth, they're like, oh, that's not like my daddy. My daddy speak direct, clear, and mean what he say. I'm a model to them. I'm saying all this because, like, for me, it's crazy how I had such a different experience than some of the things I'm hearing. It's like when I saw Pastor Dowd, it was like a supercharge. When I talked to Kabir, it's supercharged. When I talked to Brother D and all them other ox that were associated with him, I just got off the phone with my ox Lorvins. Shout out to Lorvins. He's getting ready to do his album release party on my show. But he was saying, like, a lot of the people that I was dealing with, they felt encouraged. And again, I'm like, I'm shocked how some people aren't. But I want to go into that, dude. If you gotta, if there's an issue, talk to the person. Like I felt like me and Richardson Kelly, we had some issues. We hadn't been talking, but you know what? When we got on the boat, I made sure, me and him both. We made sure we sat next to each other, looked each other in each other's eyes like men, and crushed it. And made sure and shook hands and hugged and made sure, hey, ain't nothing coming up again. Like you, my brother. Like you was in the Air Force, I was in the Air Force. You was in you from Jersey, I'm from Jersey. Like some men. Hey man, if there's ever any issues, dude, hit me up, man. You can yell at me. I ain't gonna get in my emotions. Cause like you too valuable. Like we we ain't got no one else. We need each other. But I don't see that, dude. I see a lot of scared people. They want to whisper behind the scenes and do little things, but they ain't gonna get on the phone. Communication and at this day and age, now they got. You seen Ron? He said they got the 5G. It's so easy to communicate with somebody today, and communication is at an all-time low when when social media is at an all-time high, dude. If you got a problem, like, and I would even go as far as this, and y'all didn't see me do it, because I will mediate stuff. If you got a problem, hit me up. My email, now it's not on this one, I got to fix this phone, but my email is always up. And shout out to whoever that was yesterday. They told me, hey man, make sure you put the links in the descriptions. I'm going to do that. But this subliminal, I cut a lot of people off in the past. I'm being honest, man. I just stopped dealing with a whole bunch of people due to subliminal communication, which the Bible calls guile. If you look up the definition of that word guile, it's subliminal, subtle, deceptive communication. Oh yeah, I'm cool. This, that, and the other. And me, I stay cool till I calm down. Then I'm gonna be on the phone with you. We're gonna talk. We're gonna get it rectified or not. Whatever. It's so like for me, like dude, when I hear dude go down the middle, because it's very rare this day and age. Koya she will be a witness of this. Like when I hear dude go straight down the middle, it's like food to my soul. I'll be in there yelling like it's the Super Bowl, screaming, clapping, acting like folks be looking at me like I'm like my team just won the Super Bowl. I'm in there. That is how I am. And it's high time that stuff got to be said the way it needs to be said. I've been telling you, hey, I'm getting ready to just come more down the middle because, dude, it's the statistics for black women, 900 abortions a day. I was just talking to Ron. I had to stop him because I didn't know Ron had did operations before. But he's like, yeah, he's like, dude, he was talking about the medical system. They got to sew up people's booties because they tear them up. You literally got your ass busted. Like literally, like they're having to do it because homosexuality, that demon just got men tearing themselves up. It's not meant to be. They're having to sew people's things up because they tear. rape and molestation. It's not half our sisters anymore. It's 70, 80%. This is where I get my patience and long suffering with our sisters out there. Because I never just throw them away and hurt. Because I know they hurt. They harboring bitterness and unforgiveness out here. And for the people who ain't affected by that, you got the porn addiction, which is, that's just the early stages of you going out there and eventually destroying somebody. And then you got these silly ass now this is who I get angry at. And this is I don't get mad at all these other people. I don't get mad at homosexuals. Like I can sit there and talk with them because I know they've been hurt. It's 90% of them have been raped and molested, the homosexuals. Somebody said it was higher. Okay. But I don't get mad at any of the people who are victims. But I'm gonna tell you, I get real mad at these so-called mores, pastors, preachers who just tiptoe through the tulips, had these watered down, manipulative messages, ain't warning the people, nothing's happening. It don't take a long time to change. You up in the ministry for 1 year and nothing's happening. You beating off the internet porn just as hard. You in the wrong spot. Hey, and look, I roll with some lions. I got a close inner circle of brothers that I keep them. I you know, I say, hey man, let's. I ask them because I don't order them. I just ask, hey, let's take it easy for now. But them dudes is ready to start name dropping and just going straight down the middle and shaking up Israel. Again, rebuke, correction, and pointing out wrong and hurting feelings is not a sin. So again, it's like, hey, like I said, man, I'm gonna reach out to some people and see what the issue is and what's the problem. Because we've been doing this, hey, tiptoe through the tulips thing for too long. And again, 900 abortions a day from women getting dogged out or women who, you know, trust me, we know all the reasons. I hear it. I do a lot of relationship counseling. So I'm not just talking it, I'm walking it. I've been through all this stuff. It's hard. I've been I was a feminized man all the way up till I was like 26, 27. And I'm telling you, it's very hard to see when you got that spirit on you. But it gets to a point where you realize the signs begin to get too obvious. The check engine lights in your life, relationship issues. You can't get in a relationship you stay in. That you can say, your women don't respect you. You're struggling with lust and porn addiction and homosexual and all this stuff. And then the signs get too big to where eventually you got to look at yourself. Same thing for the women. Most of the women are harboring, I understand they're harboring bitterness and unforgiveness for these spiritually castrated, emaciated, soft, weak, effeminized men that are widespread out here. And if you're a man and you like that, and that's the way you are, and you don't like what I'm saying, lose me. You are highly encouraged to unsubscribe and unfriend or whatever you do, and to where you don't have to hear me no more. But I know where that path goes. I was on it at one point. It's like in the Matrix. You know where that road leads to. Better come up out that thing. Let me see. Dude, a lot of y'all are getting you to have a demon. Because I had the demon of pornography addiction on me heavy. I cast it out myself. Alcoholism and revelry, out partying, all that. All them demons was on me heavy, smoking, and I cast them out myself. I was by myself, got them all off me. That's one thing. But that ain't that's just the start. That's the small thing. The big thing is keeping them off. Filling yourself with a life and immersing all your senses, your eyes, your ears, on a continual basis with things that fill your spirit up with truth. A lot of these ministries will cast demons out, but they ain't teaching nothing, so they come right back on stronger. And they want that, so they keep taking, taking your money from you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, with that said, man, this is how it goes. I've seen this thing go down on smaller levels, man. They start yelling louder and louder and louder, and then it just stops. And then sudden destruction. Like them birth pains, man. And like I'm telling you, man, the Most High done put on my heart, like I done got get my kids trained up spiritually and even physically. I trained all the girls up on shooting, and it don't feel urgent to me yet, but it's beginning to get urgent. It's like Ron showed you, man. Ron showed you with them lessons. I said it yesterday. He showed you with them lessons that the stuff that's right on the horizon is coming, man. It's right around the corner. It's coming. It's coming. And it starts with, you gotta get your mind right first, man. That's why I call it spiritual combat, because I know once you got your mind right, all that other stuff falls in. Like everything else gonna make perfect sense. Focus on getting your mind right. Anyway, y'all, breaks up. So I'm gonna have to holler at y'all. Appreciate it. Hey, if you feeling what I'm saying, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. And stay fighting, man, because hey, this is warfare we in. Real combat.